Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton. To try to limit the spread of COVID-19, we are no longer recording daily newscasts here in our Brooklyn Park studios. However, we are still out in your community every day gathering stories and bringing them to you on our website, ccxmedia.org. I invite you to check out our stories there, but in the meantime, here's a few stories that we filed.
Hi, I'm Delane Cleveland. The Maple Grove Fire Department got a rare training opportunity this week, a live burn scenario in a real house.
We are doing live burn training.
It doesn't happen often.
We are doing room and contents burns for our crews.
But when it does,
it's really the live fire experience.
It's invaluable.
They get to experience not only fire, but smoke, heat, all the normal things they would in a residential fire.
A developer bought this house to tear it down. But first, they offered the Maple Grove Fire Department the chance to use it.
They get to use their training and go in and deal with the situation that we can't simulate any other way.
As firefighters cycle in and out, putting out intentionally set blazes, this training is especially important now.
March and April, we stopped training face-to-face. We stopped our hands-on training.
COVID-19 meant they couldn't start training again until May.
It definitely, puts a damper into it. It's something extra that we don't want to necessarily deal with any more than anybody else.
But now that training's back on, this live burn opportunity is perfect timing.
It's the best way for us to do our training. So we will wear our masks and social distance the best we can in this training.
The Maple Grove Fire Department is hiring part-time firefighter positions. For more information on that, you can go to our website at ccxmedia.org.
Here's a question for you. If you're a food truck owner and you rely on downtown office workers for your food truck business, what do you do when there are no more downtown workers for your food truck business?
Last year, I was downtown Minneapolis all the time, and the food trucks would set up along like 2nd Avenue. And we would jockey for position. They would go around the block, and then at 9 a.m. everybody would dash into a parking spot. So you could have anywhere from 20 to 40 trucks downtown. And now with kind of nobody working downtown, I actually did not renew my license for downtown this year, because where are the people right now? They aren't working where they usually work. Kind of everybody's working from home. So all of those lunch gigs, the corporate gigs, they're not really there. The graduations, they're not really happening. The parties, we can't have all the gatherings. A lot of that has been canceled. So we're trying to get creative. Last year I did a car show here in the parking lot of Fleet Farm. I live in Brooklyn Park, lived here for 30 years. And I just reached out to my contact here and just asked, what do you think about me coming here? And which beverage can I grab for you? And the gal thought, with the garden center being open, she said, come on out for 3 weekends. We've had phenomenal success here. So the Taste of Summer comes with a Diet Coke. And we've just been doing very, very well here at Fleet Farm.
Tell me about some of the yummy food people might find if they come down to your truck on any given day.
So we really are known as kind of a burger and grilled sandwich truck. So we have a variety of burgers, and we also do some grilled sandwiches, which a few that are a little bit different is our grilled bacon macaroni and cheese sandwich. So I get a lot of positive chatter on our Facebook page. It's not a sandwich, but it's kind of off of a pulled pork with a coleslaw. It's called our Taste of Summer. It doesn't have a bun, but it has a layer of cheese curds and tater tots on the bottom. Then you put barbecue pulled pork on the top, coleslaw, and we top it off of an onion ring, and you eat it with a fork, and it really is a meal in itself. And somebody said like a buffet in a bowl.
Well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. Like all good entrepreneurs, she's incredibly creative, and the Yummy Tummy food truck will survive. So if you get a chance, come down to the Fleet Farm in Brooklyn Park and have a bite to eat. In Brooklyn Park, Neil Pursley, CCX News.
Every day, essential workers put themselves at risk, having to work outside their home. To show appreciation, a Golden Valley artist created postcards so that people can show their gratitude.
I really like to paint animals.
Thank you for all you do. You are my hero.
Maybe some people can't leave the house, so at least they can send a thank you card.
It's words that Nikki Torkzadeh delicately brushed on to make these postcards.
I wanted people to be able to thank our essential workers in the smallest way possible, so I made some postcards.
The Golden Valley artist is known for her vibrant, eye-catching paintings.
I use elements that are close to what you think is realism, but more abstract.
But these postcards are a different kind of artwork.
This is just black paper and I used acrylic paint.
Because the message this time is thankfulness.
I think it's just a really tiny gesture of gratitude. These are the 4 postcards I'm giving away. They're 5 by 7 inches.
Thankfulness for those on the front lines every day. Thankfulness for essential workers.
You can just reach out and tell them, hey, we know you're working really hard, you're closest to the virus, and you're doing a lot for us.
Just like how sincerity and appreciation cost nothing, Torkzadeh is also providing her postcards at no cost.
You can order packets of 4, and I'll ship them to you, and you can thank teachers, nurses, doctors, grocery store workers, anybody you think is on the front lines right now.
Because all the hardworking men and women deserve a little credit.
Even though we can't be there with you, we do really appreciate what you're doing.
If you'd like a free postcard from Nikki Works Studio, you can head on to our website at ccxmedia.org. Reporting in Minneapolis, Pafu Yang, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
The USA Cup Youth Soccer Tournament is the latest in a line of summer sports cancellations. Here's Jason Malillo with more.
The USA Cup at the National Sports Center in Blaine is a summer tradition. It's the biggest youth soccer tournament in the United States, bringing together players from all over the world.
For sure, it was a tough decision. Obviously, the tournament's been going on for 35 years.
But the 2020 Cup is joining a growing list of canceled events due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We looked at several factors, travel restrictions. Would referees from other countries be able to come? Would teams from other states be able to come? We looked at, could we do a tournament that didn't involve as many games or as many gatherings of people?
Even if some teams were willing to compete at the 2020 tournament, NSC officials weren't willing to take the risk and didn't want to host the event unless they could be all in.
I would say 99% of people are completely understanding. They know it's not a decision that we made lightly or that we really wanted to make, but they know that safety is the biggest concern. Additionally, USA Cup is more than just a soccer tournament, and if we weren't able to have the activities and opening ceremonies and all those fun things that people come to expect, it really wouldn't have been a traditional Target USA Cup.
The National Sports Center is a nonprofit, and USA Cup brings in about 20% of its revenue. Overall, NSC is facing its biggest financial challenge ever.
We're losing about $1.1 million a month by being shut down. Luckily for us, the golf courses is now open, so we have a regular stream of revenue coming in. Additionally, come June 1st, some of our facilities will open for rental opportunities. However, those will be groups of 10 or less. So it will be a significant impact. We have been working with some of the options out there, the PPP loans, and obviously hope at some point in time we'll know what the state might have to offer.
The National Sports Center will also bring in revenue through a lease agreement with Minnesota United, which uses NSC as its official training facility. And hopefully, USA Cup will return for summer 2021. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
A local wrestling coach and former state champion wrestler is now a Hall of Famer. Here's Jay Wilcox.
He has to wait a bit for the ceremony, but longtime Wayzata wrestling coach and former Osseo star Dave Drogemiller is in the Hall of Fame class of 2020 in the Minnesota Wrestling Coaches Association. He was chosen as an athlete.
Great honor. It made me maybe reflect back on my career when I found out that I was nominated and then accepted, and this honor really is about all the people that helped me become who I am and who I've stolen stuff from, ideas, and what I've tried to do to give back too. So it's kind of a neat deal.
Dave placed in the top 5 in the state tournament 5 straight times, winning championships his last 2 seasons, and won 159 career matches. Coached by his father, Ken, it was a golden era for Osseo wrestling.
I was on some great teams. I had some great coaches, great teammates, great training partners, and you look back at how hard it is for all that combination to come by. And then we were a part of that. You know, my 8th grade year was my dad's first year of qualifying to the state tournament, and then it was 22 years after that. So
he later excelled at Nebraska before becoming a coach. Dave's Hall of Fame ceremony was supposed to be early this month. It's been pushed to October because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's different. Every day is an adjustment. We didn't have a wrestling banquet. We were lucky to get the wrestling season done, you know, and then nationals were going to be here. Everybody was so pumped it was going to be in the cities, and my nephew qualified coming out of the Big 12, which I wrestled in the old Big 8. And so, yeah, we just kind of got to adjust our sails and deal with what we deal with. And looks like they're going to maybe do a celebration if we can get together out on October 3rd. And, you know, I think it'll be fun.
Here's betting it will be worth the wait for Hall of Famer Dave Drogemiller. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.